Hello, hello. This is Friday, and that means that I'm going to teach you how to create or not to create your promotional content for your network marketing business. And I'll be giving you an example. So basically, I'll be looking at a post, at an existing post, in order to teach you. And if we haven't met, my name is Edita. I'm a former struggling network marketer, and I was struggling because I hated prospecting. It didn't work for me. I was very shy. It felt awkward. I was struggling to approach strangers, to start talking about my stuff, even though I tried, but I couldn't. It was very difficult for me to start talking about my stuff to them. And I just want to check if I'm appearing live, because I've been struggling, not struggling, I've been facing some technical issues, usual stuff. So I'm just checking my phone to see if I can see myself. And I'll be right back to you. I think I can see myself. All good. So anyway, so I was struggling, and then I found a way to overcome the shyness. And I do it by actually getting my ideal prospects to come to me instead. And it changes everything, the business, how I feel about everything, how I feel about myself, and so on. So in today's video, as usual, as I do it normally on Friday recently, I am looking at somebody else's posts examples, and the point here is to teach you how to promote or how not to promote. In fairness, most examples I look at are quite far from ideal. And actually, last week I was looking at something that actually was looking quite good. So if you want to find the video from yesterday, go ahead. But today, um, I will be focusing on one main thing, one main problem that I keep seeing everywhere. And you see it here. I'll share my screen to show it to you. And the reason why I'm doing these, just to want to make it clear, I'm not doing this to criticize anyone, any company, or any network marketer. I'm doing this to educate you. And this is something I didn't know in the beginning. I learned these things, and now I'm teaching them to you. So you also can promote your network marketing business in a non-salesy way, in the way that resonates with your prospects, in the way that gets you sales and new team members. And if we don't address these things, it's very, very difficult to build this business, because believe it or not, there are universal and timeless concepts that are not taught in network marketing. And that's why people are struggling. And funny enough, those concepts actually are based on human nature, which is, when you think about it, is very normal. We human beings are wired in a certain way, which is why we need to promote, we need to communicate to other people in a certain way if we want them to take action, whether it's to buy from us, whether it's to go watch our video, whether it's to enter a comment, leave a comment, or so on. Whenever you want somebody to take action, you need to follow certain principles. And I'm trying to keep it as simple as possible, because a lot of people are just beginners in this area. And sometimes very small fixes actually go a long way and help you promote your stuff better. So anyway, I'll switch to a different tab, and I'm gonna share my screen first, actually. And like I mentioned today, I want to focus on one main thing that I want to show you. And I've talked about it before, but it's never too much, because these things are happening all the time. So I'm gonna switch to a different tab, and I hope you can see, because when I switch to a different tab, I can't see what you see anymore. So for today's video, I picked a company called LifeVantage, and it's a health and wellness company. I have a few fellow network marketers that are working with this company, and it's a very interesting company, but I'm not going to discuss that here for the sake of this video. There's one thing I want to focus, and I have a couple of posts, and both of them have the same issue. Okay, so the issue is this. Okay, so I'll just go to the post. Daily wellness meet protandim and alpha-2 synergizer activation with a dose of proactive immunity get activated with a daily wellness tech. So what are you getting from this post? Let's say you are new to the company, or you are a prospect. Let's say somebody shared this on your timeline, to you, posted on their timeline, and you are seeing this post. And because look, there are 26 shares on this post, meaning that the network marketers with this company are sharing this post. Okay, and so from my understanding, my observations is that business pages that are mostly targeted at the existing network marketers with that company. Now, there's a thing called knowledge curse. And that means that if just because you know something, if you're working with your company for a while, just because you know something and it became your second nature, became sort of common knowledge for you, doesn't mean your prospect knows that. Okay? So even though I have a few fellow network marketers with this company, I still can't understand what this post says. I have a good clue, what this company does, and it's actually quite interesting. It has to do with activating certain genes or genetic information and so on. But from this post, if I'm completely new, I had no clue what this post is about. And the reason why I'm saying this is because if people who are working with this company are sharing this straight from the business page of this company on their profile with a hope or with a goal that people will see this and will get interested, that actually works exactly against them, because people have no clue what that means. If they are new to this, if they're not a network marketer, or if they're not an existing customer, they're not gonna know what this is. These words, protandim and alpha-2 synergizer. Is that supposed to mean something? Well, I'm guessing yes, but your prospects don't have the same knowledge. And this is something that I'm seeing everywhere all the time. And it's a big problem. If they don't understand what you're saying, they're just gonna keep scrolling. Your prospects don't come to Facebook or to social media to specifically buy something from you, especially if they're strangers. Maybe if you add some benefits here, maybe some people who already know you can get curious to some degree and come and ask you, what is this about? But even that is very, very rare. Now you have to understand that you need to speak. You need to join the conversation that is already going on in your prospect's mind. Now, how can you fix this post? So It's very simple. Talk about what these products do. What do they um, do? They help you feel better? Do they help you get more energy? Do they act as anti-aging, things and so on? Talk about the benefits. Talk about what your people are gonna get out of this. If you don't, they just not gonna pay attention. And the second post is similar. It says, did you flip your switch today with Protandim NAD Synergizer? Again, exactly the same problem. Exactly the same problem. And most posts from this company are like that. So this post also has shares. And so if you are somebody who's with a company like this and you're sharing these kind of posts on your profile, no, that's the reason why your prospects are not resonating with your content and are not buying anything and are not joining. So very, very, very important. First of all, don't share. Don't just share because you're looking the same as everyone else with that company. Secondly, if you do share, sometimes we do. I'm not saying, never ever share. But if you do, add something of benefits and something that speaks to your prospect. So that's actually the main reason for this video. I just saw this and I just couldn't forget about it. That's why I thought, I need to talk about this again because I see this all the time. And please don't talk to your prospects with these puzzles, with these words that they don't understand. And sometimes, or very often, even if you do use normal words, sometimes you talk about concepts that people don't understand. So very important to kind of, I have a post-it in front of me on the wall that says attend to the basics in capitals. Because everyone forgets that they didn't know what they know now when they first got started. And I do too. But I'm aware of that now. But most people are not even aware that they're doing this. So talk to your prospects their language. They're not going to join your conversation. You need to join their conversation. So anyway, I hope this was helpful. So it's Friday. I hope you're happy. It's Friday. Hope you have nice plans for the weekend. I'll definitely be working tomorrow and then day off on Sunday, I believe. But then I'll be talking to you again on Monday, and I'll be teaching you some new stuff. And actually, something new is coming up, and I'll start talking about that next week, I believe. So anyway, thanks very much for watching. Have a nice day. Have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye now.